Okay, so sorry guys. We had a pause in the video there, as I forgot my friend helps clean our house because she's a friend of the family, and she plugged my space heater into the power surge protector, and I didn't know, and so I turned it on without thinking, and I didn't know she had put it in, plugged it in. I could have lost a hardcore character to that. Thank God I didn't. Thank God I was in town. Jesus. Thank God I was in Darnassus when this happened. I would have been so mad. But I don't think I definitely would have made sure the character was safe before I turned on the heater because I was actually nervous about this. I just didn't think to trace the cord to where to make sure it was where, because it's the first time I've used my heater this whole season. And it tripped just my computer and everything on my surge protector. It's so annoying. It's weird. I feel like I have a sore throat for no reason. I wonder if I might actually have like COVID. Maybe. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I sang on Sunday, but not very much. I've been trying to keep it like lately it's been hard for me. One of the things I've never been able to do is sing like with consistency unless oh, there's some money there. That fixes my problem. Yeah, that's good. Nice. Carving knife of agility. Oh, no, wait, no, wait. Oh, I can just sell that. Yeah, I can sell it. Yeah, I can. I guess I should sell this, but I'm inclined to just, well, I don't know. What are we doing here? I don't think I've been doing my professions right. Yeah, I still need first aid, and that means buying cloth, I guess. Yeah. I did not pull in enough cloth where it matters, and honestly, bandages can be the difference between dying and not dying, so I'm gonna go and spend, I'm gonna go buy 3 stacks of cloth here. Oh, no, I know what I need to do. I do need to train, and I need to get it out of the way before I leave town without it. Go back to this and
Russell's the only one who survived in the house.
You died all the time, so you're there too. It sucked.
Hello,
It sucked.
good luck, friend.
yeah, it's not that the game's hard, it's that we're distracted. We're a distracted culture. To try and focus on something right now is so hard to do. I am such a distracted person. Right now, I couldn't be able to do hardcore if it was just hardcore. I couldn't do it. I would need some other game for all the boring parts when you're on a flight path, or when you're stuck there, or you're waiting for a cooldown to come up so you can safely pull, or that kind of thing. And if I didn't have something else to fall back on, if I didn't have something else to fall back on, I would be so unhappy. I'd be like, eh. Sometimes I think about finishing Promethean, but I don't know. It's about these people are the most distracted people on the planet. They're the internet culture. They're they're superstars. They're making money. They're on the up and coming. They're like some of the most popular kids in the world. And it's like this weird gaming nerd thing. But but it's the focus that's required is what I would have done if I was competing in this, or if I was at least hired by this guild, and it's a publicity stunt. It's bringing a lot of focus to me. Now, where am I going? Was it called Shushu? Yeah, I think it's called Shushu. Yeah. I would run aides, like assistants, who were okay, it's 8 a.m, you clock in, you go to work, you have 8 hours, get to the grind and do it right. And they sit there and they're like, okay, now go here, and the mod says this, but you should skip this quest because that quest is blah blah, so just skip. And I would carry four druid bodyguards, and I would like make a real verifiable attempt to battle the distractions that is this modern age. It's not the mobs, it's not the quests, it's not that the game's hard or any of that shit. The distractions are like, especially when you've got a stream with 3 to 30,000 or even 300,000 people, the distractions are so, and you're so nervous, and you're not nervous, you just know that you need to be entertaining, and you're like playing this crappy slow MMO, so you're keyed up and you're unhappy. You're not unhappy, but you're like, you're nervous and you're uncomfortable. And this is the problem with hardcore. You can't have that kind of energy in hardcore. You must focus, which to me means aids, discipline, sleeping pills, rest, stims, assistants, bodyguards. It's like you guys took on this job, but you're not using the, like, if I was Soda Pop, and I would have set you all up, like all 50 people, with an assistant from the community that was like your coach, right? That had already done everything that you're trying to do, who know the quests like the back of their hand, 50 assistants, right? Hire them for like 10 grand each and be like, yeah, you're only, you can make 10 grand in a month. And they're going to be like, oh God, I want to. And they're going to sign up for it. They'll be like 10 grand in a month. And like, yeah, 10 grand in a month, right? And you have 50 coaches like sit there and show up in the morning and wake you up and get you on your fucking stream, show up, like be rested. And the session ends at 5 p.m., whether you're unhappy or not. And she mentioned, you pushed us, you wanted to go further. Yeah. But I mean, but that's what you did. You turned this into a job. So you should commensurately treat it like a job. You should go at it with aids and assistance and a sleep schedule, and never get like nervous, and you should have bodyguards for all the public trying to kill you. If you go in a dungeon, the healer can never be somebody who isn't in that guild, and all these other things. He's a good guild leader, but he's young. They should have had Asmongold do it. They should have had Asmongold lead this. Watching him choke up like this, I get it. It's because the leadership, it's there. Soda Poppin's good. He's solid. He's there. And he's running a tight ship, and he's yelling at them. This is what raid leaders do. But I think, I have this secret theory. Asmongold drops all the same time dates and the same games. Like, he'll mention... So Asmongold has said that he's like 33 or 34, and I don't think his age matters much. But the only reason it matters to me is I think he's my age, because he mentions growing up on Secret of Mana and Yoshi's Island, and the only people that I know who played that are 38 to 45. And so I think Asmongold is trying to pretend that he's a lot younger than he actually is. And because he's young and he's got elfin appearance, he looks young, and he's got elfin appearance and stuff. But he might be 33 or 34. Maybe it's already been proven. I don't know. But my suspicion is that he's actually like 38, 39, 37, something like that. 37, 38, 39. And Mizkif is going to be, 27, 29, 34 at the max, right? Asmongold had the 5 years in Classic that this kid didn't really have, not in the verifiable raid way. And Asmongold should be running this. And I know, and honestly, I should be running this, because I know I would know how to protect these people and make them successful in their goal. And I think they knew it was going to fail. I think one of the reasons they're doing this is they know it's going to fail, and they're trying to show the world that they're getting older and they're not the kids anymore. I think I think he's really struggling with it. He's like, should I show the world my age? And he's scowling about it, because the answer is no. And he can't stomach tying this failure to putting it under Tectone's tank leadership, when he's obviously older and obviously better than Tectone. I would say I've seen him play. He's obviously older and obviously better than Tectone. But the problem is they keep dying because they're the most popular streamers on the planet. And on top of it, they got the TikTok culture vibe, and they've got the fucking 3-second attention span, and the cats going off in the background, and the henna tattoos, and the clothes, and the Uber Eats drivers arriving, and all the fans following them around, the simps, the stalkers, all the problems. They're the most distracted people on the planet, and hardcore is the most focused that you should ever be in a video game, really, for any version of it. One of the things that like really blew my friends away, I think, was like understanding really how crazy it is of a concept to be on the hardcore server permanently with no map ever again, no hope of ever finding your body if you die in some unnatural way that isn't by a monument or something like that. Like maybe 3 wolves bite you, you're dead, and you're not getting that loot back. Maybe if it was right by your house and you know where the bodies are. But most of the time, if you're out roaming on that fucking server, you're dead. If you're dead, you're done. You're gone. I got you. It made me a much better player. Hardcore, Rust. It made me such a better player than even like large clan Rust did, because at the end of the day I'd have to throw away kits on this understanding, just like WoW hardcore, that I wasn't ever gonna fucking see them again. The weather will change, or the night will happen, and the time that you have to be around that body before the Zeds push you, just like DayZ or something like that. The time you have around that body is like, it might be, it's subject to change. It's subject to change. This stuff, recovering the body in Dark Souls, that's subject to change because you don't know if you're getting back to the body or not. And so this is how Rust hardcore was. It trained me how to play hardcore a lot more. But the problem was I never really failed at hardcore. I've done very well at it and I capped it out. But I always focused. Something about this game, I played it as a half-focused person for 13 years. So now it's very difficult for me to main it. Watch me run around in circles and do stupid shit because I don't know. Like, it's so hard for me to remember where to go at any given point. Like right now, I've got all this stupid crap that I want to deal with, but I don't need to. I can just dump it in my bank and deal with it later. You know, I don't have to deal with this right now. I don't. It's really not necessary for me to. I need to buy cloth, and I'm not focused because I'm delivering a soliloquy on stream. And while the outsider it might look easy when I've done this enough for 2 years that I'm just like, it's like second nature to me. Like them, they've been doing it for years and years and years and years. She's been doing it for at least like 3 or 4 or 5 years longer than me or something like that. And they've been doing this longer. And so yeah, you're good on stage. You're good in front of the camera. You don't care about people looking at you. You don't choke up. That stuff doesn't affect you. You're not afraid of it. You don't have stage fright. You don't care about millions of people looking at you. But what you do care about is this entertaining? What's funny? What kind of joke can I bust? How can I make this fun? How can I make this more entertaining? I'm stressed out. I'm tired. I want to push this quest. My friends have surpassed me and I haven't caught them. And this is the rat race in real life too. This is how real life is too. And so they need to understand that the focus that is necessary here is something that they don't have. Asmongold knew it. Asmongold said no for many reasons, specifically because he probably can't hire bodyguards in any reasonable way. So I mean, he can, but it would be probably his pride won't let him. So like, then, you know, he knows that some healer will kill him or somebody in the raid will kill him and brag about it. So that's the first reason, but there's another reason too. He wants to sit and watch videos all day. He doesn't want to do this young whippersnapper shit. I almost don't want to either. I don't really want to do this cap, but I'm obsessed with the idea of being able to say, yes, I did it, you know?
So I would have to relearn an entire class.
It's weird that she's the most compelling part of it all because she's the new one. She's never done this before. She has no idea. The game's a lot like LOL, but it's not. And she's very, very good. She's like the best one out of all of them because she had to be good to get to Diamond or Masters. Like LOL, you actually have to be good. You have to be very good at what you're doing. So, you know. Oh, are the crawler craws required for the quest? I can't remember. It's like, no, Thresher Eyes and all this. No, I don't think I need any of that. No. I'm debating turning the quest tracker back on, but I know what'll happen. I'll get to AFKing because the quest is telling me to go somewhere instead of just free mo grinding, and I'll die. I'll fucking die. I will fucking die. I don't know how else to put it. Like, you know. Oh, yeah, I forgot you could do that. Oh, yeah. I forgot how you do that. It's like F11 or 12 or 9 or something. I forgot. So, yeah. And I think the focus is the battle here. It's not the knowledge or the time even. I think it's that you don't have the focus. I didn't. I'm still don't have the focus. I'm fixing to lose a character right here. Like I don't have the focus just like them. So let's all struggle to focus. It's hard to focus in 2023. It's just very hard to do, but we must. I must sell this stuff and leave. I must do so. And I must buy my linen cloth and leave. I can't just fuck around on my stream. I can't get caught up in their drama. I can't worry about a mage or a priest killing me or whatever. I just can't have that. I can't worry about it.
Chat, you say play druids, but like I don't even like.
That's a good deal.
I want the tank. I'm not a bad tank.
This seems very, very expensive for some reason.
Because I find it fun.
Oh, the bats get away from.
Druids are tanks, man. I know, but I don't.
Druid is not a main tank in Classic. It's not. It can't take those hits. It does not have a shield wall, not in any way or form. So it'll just get crumbled. You know it will. Druids, yeah, that works when they're full geared and they're crazy, but that's not you, buddy. That's not you.
Just be a feral druid. Feral druids are good tanks.
Yeah, feral druids are good trash tanks.
Warriors are just so much better.
Guardian druid is a good
Who
tank.
told you this? Dave is an idiot.
You can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it. Everything is possible. Anything is possible. He tossed the foam. What?
Feral druids are fine tanks. Well, anyway.
Yeah, but they're not good at solo tanking. Warriors are way better. Like in raids.
Dude, feral druids are fine. Feral druids are good tanks. The problem, the one real problem that
no shield wall, no fear, no shield wall, no defensive stance, no mitigation. Can't think of any.
Can't get uncrushable, which is not going to be a problem.
Yeah.
We are doing molten core
and Blackwing Lair and Naxxramas.
That is so cheap. I can't believe I got all that linen for that cheap. Jesus Christ.
And BWL. S-Fan.
We're not doing any of that. We're doing MC.
And Onyxia. Should do Onyxia.
Yeah, we gotta make it to 60.
Should do BRD and see if you can even handle BRD, frankly. Because BRD is the real test. Can you guys actually do BRD? You know? Wait, now what's this about? Now my wait, what? Now I feel like my DPI changed, and that seems very weird to me. I'm gonna load my program here. What DPI are you in? 600. No, that's right. Yeah. Wait, what happened there? Oops. Oh well. I don't know. What did we do? Oh god, what did you do? Oh, it's Discord, yeah. Sorry, just typing to a friend here. My DPI got fucking shifted or something crazy.
The goal is to do molten core, and anything after that is a bonus.
What?
I've literally seen a feral druid tank like everything.
Mouse and speed got bumped or whatever.
Take everything?
Yes. What are you asking them? Hell, dude, You know, I've raid led all of Nax. I've guild led all of Nax. I lead one of the only guilds that was started day one of
Yes,
Classic.
but
and there's
Espen,
5 raid teams still
yes, but
raiding
Espen,
actively
you
in Rapid
know
XP.
that I have that weird fucking bulge under my fucking my nuts right now, and it's fucking weird.
Just play your class. Just play a Feral Druid.
Talk to me.
Yo,
Hello. Hi.
you should play a Paladin.
Aren't they bad in raids?
No, stop listening to Chance. He's retarded. Like, stop listening to any of these people. Play a Paladin.
Oh my god.
You'll be a god
Of course
level.
he tells you to be a fucking paladin. He's the #1 paladin, of course. Do not play Paladin, although Holy Paladin's fine. Nothing wrong with Holy Paladin. Beacon is great. Beacon is a... I mean, I don't think they get Beacon that young, but they're fine. This... You changed profiles, I think. There. Is that it? Damn it. Wait, what happened there? No, wait, no. Oh, what happened there? You changed it, though. Oh, some kind of button press screwed up my fucking DPI. What the fuck, man? Oh. It's fine. I think it's only a minor setting, but yeah, the mouse at least is fixed. That's good. So let's go back to the menu and I'll fix it. One sec. It's like here and the horizontal offset. There, it's like right there. Yeah. 4. No, it's more.
Paladin Druid is an amazing combo. You will never die while leveling.
Bro, Mizzy, Druid is an actual better trash tank than a warrior will be. Like the AOE threat.
Dude, you can main tank as a Feral Druid.
Yes, you can. That's what Chance is doing.
But wait,
Chance is
wait,
gonna
I'm
tank
not
on
kidding
his-
you. Wait, okay. I just don't want Tectone tanking because I don't
But-
want him to talk.
He's literally okay. So
You don't
none
have
of
to
us.
talk.
Here's the thing. Get one thing real clear. Tectone is, regardless of whether or not he tanks, which who knows. What's happening is so does raid leading and so does main tanking. All of us are going to be off tanks. All right. And as far as off tanks go, not only is Druid great, it's arguably better in some high mob situations. Like there's actual benefit to rolling Druid. If you want to. Like there's no reason why Tectone being a warrior would make him a more likely tank than you being a Druid. Is what I'm trying to say.
So you're saying that I should fucking play Druid because I honestly will probably tank more since I will do the trash.
Arguably, yes. Do you want to play Druid, or do you want to? You should play what you want to play between those two because they will both be totally viable.
I'm bisexual.
It does, yeah. Literally none of this matters. We're doing Molten Core. Like it's. I mean, the raid was made in a
No,
week.
we're not.
Looks
We're doing BWL and then Nax, you idiot. Like, dude, this is real.
Dude, we
Stop.
are not.
We-
Dude,
Also,
dude, one of our main tanks can't get past level 43. You think we're doing BWL? Come on.
Who's that? I'm not your main tank. I'm your trash tank.
No, one of our main tanks is what I said.
Well, I've had
Also,
two of your main tanks have
small-
died at 43, by the way.
Wait, who else died exactly?
Me,
43?
twice.
No. No, I'm joking, right? But like, you gotta you small wins. You have to, like, you can't go and clear Nax before you clear MC, before you clear VWO, before you do all this stuff, before you hit level 60, right? It's small wins. You have to set realistic goals,
Yeah.
especially with a bunch of people that have never played WoW before.
Look, you
And that's
played
fine.
Warrior all the way to 43. What toolkit did you have more fun with, and what do you think you're going to enjoy? Maybe dying on another few times, because you're going to be locked into this next character.
I just don't want Tectone to win, man. I hate
There's
him.
no winning. There's no look. There's 40 people that are going to go into that raid, and 40 people are going to win, or 40 people are going to lose, and that is it. There's no Tectone wins. This guy wins.
Yes,
That
there
guy
is,
wins.
because then if he's like,
We
all right, so
all
I,
lose
if I
because we
hear the second I hear, all right, so I'm gonna tank this chance, and he's like, yes, Tank Tone, you're the tank. I will cry for days as my little kitty paws will be going like this to my eyes with sadness of Tectone getting what he wanted, and you know he's gonna smirk right at my character as he gets told by chance to be the tank, and I'm sitting there with my little puppy paws attacking as a DPS.
I'm sorry. There is nothing more manly.
You don't have-
If it, wait,
Go
hold
ahead.
on. Go ahead. No.
No,
please.
you go ahead.
Tectone
No,
lives
okay.
rank free in my
Wait,
head.
please.
You want me to call
Go ahead.
him? Look, I'll call him.
Okay.
Wait,
if
go ahead. Wait, go ahead.
Yes, man. I really, please.
Go ahead.
I insist.
No,
I think, no, but frankly, I would like it if you went ahead.
here. I just let me go ahead. I'll. Can I talk?
I mean, well, I kind of did have a point though. If you're not, okay, no, you can go.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
I think you should do it.
Do
Let's
what?
get Tectone
I forgot
involved.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think my
Now,
DP
no one. Look, the only people who lose are, all of us who make it all the way to 60, invest tens of days played into our characters, and die from Russell butt pulling 3 extra surgers and killing us on like one of the first trash pulls in MC. Okay, but you know who wins? The viewers, who get 40 separate perspectives of one of the single greatest cataclysms of content creators ever recorded. That's who it's for.
What are we talking about?
They're-
I said
doing?
Cataclysm. I'm confused.
we're talking about classic Cataclysm Plus.
I don't want to play Cataclysm. I'll level.
It was
I
such a
like
good
Cataclysm.
expansion.
I didn't rate. I just PvP'd and I hated it.
PvP was great.
And I did not like the PvP. But also it's just because they changed the class a lot, I guess. The leveling was sick though, and I heard rating phase 1 was really good, or the first patch was really good.
Emmy, you say what you want to say.
This game fucking sucks.
Wow.
You know what, Amy? You should
She
embrace
really is
the
a lot
shadow. You should go on your Dark Shadow Goth arc and just go right into shadow form, drop dots. You start killing things yourself. Get
She
that
should have been
game-
shadow
get that
anyways
game
for the
get it
leveling.
ready.
Why is she on holy? She should have been shadow for leveling anyways. What are you talking about? Well, there you go. You guys gave her no advice. Why is she leveling as a holy priest? That's ridiculous. That's so slow. Sure, a fucking, a shadow priest can't really heal too much, but he doesn't need. I mean, I guess yeah. If he's rolling warrior, she does need to be holy. But I would have preferred shadow. Put all the dots on everything.
Then I pull aggro and then I get scared.
You can tank it because you want to know what you get like 20% of your total damage is going to be damage taken is going to be reduced by shadow form. It's going to be nuts.
It's
And
it's
then
visible.
do you want to know what the best way to avoid damage is?
Kill them.
Killing your enemy. You kill that
Best
thing twice
defense
as
is a good
fast.
offense.
And then if things get rough, you just drop those heals. Easy clap. I think you got a killer in you, Emmy, and I think you guys are going to discover that.
I don't know if I want to play the same class, but I feel like it's a bad idea for me to try to learn a new class from scratch.
You should
You
play.
can do
I'm being honest, I think you should play Paladin, and I can teach you. And Miz can play Druid, and Paladin Druid is a very strong leveling combo.
Like, is Paladin more fun than Priest?
And no universe.
Fuck.
What? No, what?
I think
Wait.
Paladin is one of the single most boring classes to play, period. But I
Question
also
mark?
don't have an appreciation for the art. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
but
not the red.
You
You know.
won.
Okay, well
You
then-
literally just won as a priest.
Yeah, but in a group, I think that you just have a cooler toolkit. You can just
Yeah, no.
auto attack as a paladin.
Just
Which one would you rather do?
Literally go to my VOD
No,
right
but
now
Priest later,
to 2 hours ago
you have
and
a
watch
bunch
me
of
tank Zia for level
utility
45.
that feels
I think that paladin is an awesome class. I prefer priest aesthetically, but I think paladin does really well. There's a reason why they're the most mana efficient healer. You know, it's a lot of flash of light, right?
Well, why?
Just single target.
Then why?
Also, I do agree. Everyone should watch your VOD, by the way, S-Man, and maybe any associated YouTube
I'm
content
gonna
you
be
have.
honest. I'm about to get like I'm main tanking this shit. I'm real damn close.
Oh, come
to forcing
on.
myself into main tanking.
No, they won't let you.
You're cracking it.
If
Bullshit.
people don't act up or get their act right. I've tanked Nefarian. I've tanked everything, pretty much.
Dude,
Not all of Nags.
but you'll never. Why wouldn't you tank me?
You play your cards right, I might.
Ooh.
So joking aside, I do think you would. I think if you wanted to play Paladin, I think you could learn Paladin pretty easily.
Well,
And I
why-
Priest War, go right back to Priest War. Don't change things. You're dumb. Play Priest War. You proved that you proved that you could get to 48 or whatever it was. Do Priest War and don't mess with what works and focus more next time, and get somebody to guide you on those quests better. That's the real thing. I never heard any of these streamers say anything at all about get somebody to fucking guide you through the quests better. Like one of the things that I've done this so many times that I know where the danger spots are. You'll never see me die in a cave. It'll be like AFK or double mobs that I didn't see.
Interesting mechanics and interactions that a lot of other classes don't have. But like it's not like spamming buttons the whole time. It's like
I
it's how you
didn't, so I have to go
build
pick
and
up
how you
quests.
do certain things.
Yeah, I just feel like if I try to learn a new class from scratch, I'm gonna fall even further behind because I'm already basically trying to catch up to people that I've been playing for 10 to 20 years.
I think that you could.
This
learn
was unfair to
Paladin pretty
her.
quickly.
Yeah.
I also think that there's something to be said for like if you try to go with a more shadow approach this time, you'll learn more of your full toolkit and know how to get out of some of the situations that might otherwise feel like you can't get out of, you know? And having some additional abilities and damage mitigation might make you feel a little more comfortable when people start swarming you. Paladin's also very safe. You have a ton of get out of jail free cards, so it's kind of your preference.
Yeah,
You
I
should
mean-
do what you want to do, Emmy. But I am overwhelmingly confident that I could teach you how to play Paladin better than you play Priest in probably 1 to 2 days.
I'll think about it. I mean, I don't think the problem is the class. It's just that I'm not experienced, and I'm never gonna be as experienced as people like Chance.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, but you don't have to be.
This
And I
game,
think-
this
and I
version of
think-
the games, you can
Yeah.
learn it. I promise.
I think people are dumb and they throw fit about everything. You really don't have to be.
Good luck.
yeah. I mean, I'm still trying to learn. It's just a lot to know, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, especially in this version of the game where like you have to learn things you normally never have to learn, you know, because mistakes that are otherwise super trivial actually matter here. You know, like doing a corpse run's not that bad because you forget to like hamstring something or you don't finish a low mob, but like, you know, there's just so much more you have to actively consider. But you're doing like learning the class itself. I think you're doing really well at. You guys have both done. Honestly, like, the mistakes are like panicky because the world can get overwhelming, but your actual gameplay is, you know, you guys
Well,
have
let
figured
me
it out.
get this right.
It's not about. You don't feel bad about you playing priest. You weren't sure if you wanted to level the same class again, right? Because that's
Yeah,
that's what
I honestly thought priest was fun, but I mean it would be nice to do something new. I just don't know if it's a good idea.
If you're bored with it, you could try something else for sure. Maybe you should try it. Oh, never mind.
What?
Illegal.
I was gonna say you could just play on S-Fans Paladin for a bit,
Oh yeah.
but that's illegal. Unless, wait, is she allowed to sit at your desktop while you stream and pilot your character?
Even for my character, I don't give a damn.
No, like, is that TOS for Blizzard?
No.
Okay, cool. Maybe you could do that and see if you like the toolkit.
It's a lot to learn all at once at this level, but
Aggro.
if you want to do, you can also play it early. You want to have it like healing.
I don't usually play healers. I kind of just played it to fill, but I don't mind it at all. I thought it was pretty fun so far.
I think you guys should both level as DPS specs. If you level together, it's just so
Isn't
much
it-
more efficient.
Isn't it riskier though?
No.
No, because like your actual healer toolkit really doesn't matter for leveling. Killing things faster is going to make it so you take on a lot less damage and you can handle risky situations without relying on a warrior to like.
And you need to know the shadow toolkit. You're gonna need to know mind control. You're gonna need to know all that stuff. I'm a priest. I'm a good priest. I'm one of the world's best priests, and everything they're saying is true. I don't really believe in leveling as anything but shadow. If you can't heal at that spec, don't bother trying to be holy.
Super dicey. Sometimes.
And later on, you get a vampiric embrace, which heals everybody every time you do any damage, anyways. So it just heals him.
It's like 4 things, and that mob runs into the. Like, if you saw what really fucked up,
Aggro.
the biggest fuck up, frankly, was that Mrs. like dynamite got resisted while that thing was trying to run away. That was one of the bigger fuck ups in that entire thing, and that's just like mechanics. Like that's just like game mechanics.
Miz thought the guy who ran was going to.
Yeah, no, they just run to get one. You probably could have killed everything.
I don't know. I mean, that's what based on what I was watching, that's what it looked like.
Aggro.
Yeah, well, it was running. Yeah, but you probably Regardless, what were we saying? I'm attacking this immortal mob in black.
Yeah,
I got
I mean, basically just.
Do you like the class fantasy of being like a priest or a shadow priest or anything? Like, I think shadow priest is one of the coolest specs in the game. It's so nuts to me. So I'm kind of advocating for it because I just think it's fun to level. But
yeah, maybe I'll just do.
if you think it's a
Shadow Priest and
boring,
go
if you think it's boring, dude, like think about like what class you want to feel like you are. Like, you know, like do you want to feel like you've like forsaken a bond with the light and like found a dark art, you know, or like what do you want to like? What's like a cool thought for your headcanon? Like, do you play like that at all, or is it just you like what numbers come up?
Sorry,
Aggro.
to say that again. I'm really tired.
Sorry, like what kind of
I don't
what kind of like
think-
class,
I think
what kind of
it's
fantasy do you
fine.
want to
It's
indulge?
switch.
Huh? What's that?
You would have to reword everything again. I think the best thing is just to keep playing priest. It's not like you're bad at priest. You've been a great healer.
Yeah, you're probably great.
The problem is situationally, we get in the dumb spots. It's not you playing
Aggro.
bad. Like you're like, oh, like you're not healing me. I've never been like, you didn't heal me. So it's just like, not either you run into something or I'm doing something. Stupid shit.
Aggro.
I mean, I don't think she said that. I didn't think she said she felt that way, did she?
Well, I was listening to her at all. I'm not paying attention to any of this.
I don't think you should. I think you should just play priest.
I think whatever class fantasy you
Stop that.
find to be most interesting, and like look into what the specs are. You can even look into the lore, but like playing a class because it feels cool, I think is the most important thing here, because you have to spend so much time leveling. If you don't have fun with like the feeling of the class, you'll just like I don't know, death will be a sweet release.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll do it again. I'll figure it out.
I think you should probably play
Priest.
Demon Hunter because they're super overpowered in classic and they're really good.
Yeah, crazy. Demon
Like
Hunters are
you
crazy.
can basically one shot everything.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, Miz, are you set on playing a druid now or no? You don't know.
Have you ever had like your child just die in front of you, and then your wife looks at you and goes, "Okay, so you ready to make another baby?"
Yeah.
I'm just not ready to make that child yet, S-Fan. Like,
Yeah,
my kid just
That's
died.
what I'm asking.
What?
I'm asking if you want to boy or girl.
Yeah, exactly. Like, my kid just died getting hit by a car, and you're my neighbor, and you came up to me and said, "Okay, so are you next kid a
Well,
boy or
it
girl?"
kind of got hit by your own car, though. You know?
Yeah, like you
You ran over your baby.
It got ran over by 9 cars. Emmy was stuck in one of the cars, and then we went through this all before, Wake, while you weren't here.
Wait, why is Emmy in one of the cars now?
Because Emmy was in the car, but she couldn't get out of the car because it was locked by accident, so she got stuck, and
Aggro.
like there's just a lot of stuff.
There were a lot of cars.
Here, one of my viewers linked this and said, this was your guys' death.
Aggro.
What happened?
Emmy laughed.
Let me pause it Discord.
Aggro.
So what do you want to do? You gotta go to sleep. Dude, I gotta fucking do school tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you gotta stream.
I have 3 MRIs in the morning.
Yep.
Guys,
Aggro.
the important thing is that you died in an imaginary universe and we all came together and we mourned it. It's community. Yes. I'm gonna love this game, bro.
Wake, I get literally all hate whenever I die. I don't get anything. No one mourns. They say I'm shit and it's my fault and I'm bad.
Look, hey. That's not true.
Aggro.
Name 5 people that's been. That's 3.
I thought you played well. I watched you play. I had no issue with the way you played. You had. I know Warrior. I know what Warrior in a mess looks like. That was a Warrior in a mess that he didn't cause. And you're powerless. The heals are like this, like mana from heaven as you fall into a volcano and you're like burning alive, and the heals are like water. You need them and you're not getting them because the mobs that you can't control because you're out of health. You need a heal. It's not like you can pound some potion further than you already have. It's like that heal has to come in there or you are powerless. And I mean, the most powerless person in the world is a warrior. It's somebody who just goes to the fight, like just assuming that they've got to kill the target and at whatever cost. And if they take any damage, that it's not like they can sit there and med. They can, they've got to keep fighting the fights. So Warrior is such a helpless class. I think Druid would actually fit you.
You've been examined.
He said, what are you going to play when you go in the raid? Druids don't really belong in the raid short of healing. I've been examined. Oh, Driscoll. Yes.
Aggro.
True. Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. That's right.
Retribution.
My character is the Holy Spirit.
you need to
We're
go
not that
like
fine. But
invest in a different kind of self. You know, get out there.
What do you want to
Maybe
do?
pretend to be a cowboy for a little bit.
I don't know. There's some leveling to learn, but from level 1.
Yeah, but how do you want to level?
I don't know. I
Guys,
don't even know
look.
if I'm gonna play the same class.
I'm leveling in alt. I'll be around. We can do dungeons. It'll be fun.
No, Wake. I'm gonna be playing with Bonnie, Britt, Pokimane, Extra Emily, and
God, that is
fucking
cooler. You're
I'll
right.
be
you're gonna
busy.
kill them too?
Now, if I did kill them, that would be funny though.
I would, dude. That would be hilarious.
If I pulled on purpose to murder all of them, that would be that would be worth it. To watch them all scream and die.
Forgot I was doing. I think I needed. Oh, I remember now.
That sounds so funny. I mean, bro, we're both pissed. You think we're happy? This sucks, man. This is the second time we died.
No, it does suck.
Like, I don't feel good. But what am I gonna do?
I mean, like, look, yeah, it's you can feel bad and still make jokes.
The stakes are literally so trivial and non-existent that, like, dude, it's a game. We're just putting time in. It's fun. This is the content. This is the grind. You know, there's no actual loss.
That's how I feel. I took the last 7 losses so bad, but I was also like, the real loss is giving up. And I've been very good about that. I've been back the next day, like giving up. Like I view this challenge as something having to do with my focus, something I just don't have anymore. I just don't have any focus anymore. And so like now this forces me to deal with it.
Aggro. Aggro.
Don't feel bad. You've just created more content for yourself. It's a win.
No, I didn't. This isn't combat.
Yeah, it's
I don't think this is combat anymore. Me dying and doing the same like levels.
Yeah, like that's like that. Yeah, that was my problem. I was like, how sick must these people be of? Oh, here's a bad fuck up. Might die here. Let's see. No, I think I'm alright with the evasion. Oh, he's fine. She's so strong given the time. Combat's great. Oh, you know, I have points. 3 points. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. Well, oh well. There we go. I learned. Now it's gonna feel better. I'm just tired. I wonder if I might be getting sick and losing my voice. This sucks.
I think that it's building the narrative of an eventual triumph.
I mean, look,
Me too. I like the way this guy
man,
talks.
You'd be surprised. There's been people that have been playing this game for 20 years.
No, they haven't. This game came out 19 years ago.
You're right. They've been playing it for 19 years.
So like, I don't want you to keep telling 20 years, Espen, when you're lying, man.
Well, you forgot about the beta.
Well, you did too until you read chat.
No, I didn't. Because they said alpha in 2002.
small chat beta?
No, they already knew that.
See, like, dude, someone in chat just said Digtone actually won. How am I supposed to fucking live with myself?
Well, because you guys build these weird narratives.
Weird.
Who's you guys?
Who's you guys? It's literally just me.
It's you. It's you. And Tectone.
Bro, I don't want him tanking, man.
I don't want him tanking either. This is Asmongold's fault. It's like this is his crew now, whether he likes it or not. And 2 of his fucking 3 podcast members are in the grind of their life and their careers, and he can't go help them. This is Asmongold's fault. He should be right there next to him. These 3. They should have a trio, and he should be leveling so he can get to 60 and run this. It's not that I'm some Asmongold super fan or whatever. I think he's the one with the actual knowledge to do it. I think only him and S-Band and Six Dropping are the ones who know it. Jesus Christ, he is the same guy. I used to be in a guild with this guy Soda Poppin' because we called him Six Droppin' for 6 years. He was a rogue called Six Droppin'. He was like one of the best players I ever met. He had seven mains that were all geared, you know, but he was a no lifer. I definitely got more laid than him. I guarantee it.
Aggro.
I'm gonna kill him in the game. I'm literally going to aggro shit to just murder his character and let him die.
I thought we didn't want hate threads. No, it's Tectone.
It's Tectone.
You just wait, dude.
He's the most appreciated hate love thread I got for the whole year.
I'm at the point where I'm showing Terry in a black trench coat.
Because it's fashionable, chat.
I'm bopping the tank, dude. As the first time we pull a boss, I'm bopping the tank, dude, and the whole thing's gonna go to hell.
Are the Moonkins easy?
Don't go to MC tomorrow.
I think they are.
Aggro.
If I can do a level a day.
Because S-Man, not on raid 1. Like, implying that, you know what, after raid 1 it's boring.
At a certain point.
At a certain point, go right ahead.
It's so annoying. There's like this dead spot right here that I can't click the mouse to drag my camera, and it's driving me crazy.
So Druid it is?
Aggro.
No, go Priest Warrior again, and please tank the raid. You have the experience to do it.
If you go Druid, you are one in a much better position to get loot because there's far less to compete with, especially by way of weapons. You're going to be more effective sooner, and you are arguably better at corralling the trash, which is a huge part of, being an off tank.
I mean, you can tank bosses as far
You should be Druid, and she should be Priest, and you'll do absolutely fine. You can't kill Druid Priest. They've got too much heals.
You can tank as Pharaoh.
You could they'll get each other each other out of the messes,
Is there anything
just
you
fine.
can tank in Yo.
Paladin and Priest are the same way. You can't kill Priest, and anything that actually has heals is just lol. It's you can't die.
Surely that's a joke, right? You're not gonna kill her? Because I'm like scared, bro. I would really like to not die.
Tectone, I don't want to kill you.
Thank God.
I want to watch you suffer as I'm tanking and you're sitting there in the background with I'm smirking at you while I get to tank the done raid. And you're just like, alright, it's whatever. When I know deep down you're crying in the inside and you're going to act like you're not.
I tanked for 12 years. I'm definitely
I knew you were going to say something that's like, oh, it's not a big deal. Because nothing's a big deal to you, isn't it, Tectone? Everything's always fine. There's never any problems in your life. It's always just, it's fine. It's not a big deal, huh?
I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty sad when you and Emmy died. I was pretty sad.
Oh, what about the first time when Emmy died, huh?
The first time I was pissed, but now it's just kind of sad. Cause like, I mean, that shit could have been avoided, but you already know. You've already heard it 1,000 times today.
Every death can be avoided, Tectone. Hindsight is 20/20.
I agree.
Just like when you die, whenever you die in your game, guess what? It's your fault, and I'm gonna blame you, and I'm gonna literally have a pizza party at my fucking house with me, Synac, and fucking Tips Out, and we're gonna party with your death.
Well, I hate to break it to you, man. I'm not gonna die.
You don't think you'll ever die? All the way to next Ramus, until the end, you'll be there.
Nah, I mean, I play super safe all the time. Listen, man, the first one, I'm not gonna lie, when you died, it was funny as fuck.
Aggro.
The second one, that shit was not funny. That shit was just sad. You know the worst thing was? I think you legitimately died because the 60 died.
That is why I died. I reacted to him, which means we stalled too long and I died.
Can we all take inventory of the fact that until fucking Eric Lamont Robbins got his fucking scent in this guild, death had not really overtaken us, and that today has been an absolute fucking massacre?
Aggro.
Hey, wait, if I
There is an, I'm not saying it's his fault. I think that there is an aura of darkness that surrounds him.
Wait, if I put 2 maces on it, can I put my mace on that makes sense, right?
Yes, I do think so. I mean, I'm simultaneously leveling my axe and my sword, but
Let's just keep it 100%. Like, let's just put it out there, because you should not be Wake. That should be Sony and Wake, right? Soda should also not be main thing. It should be Sony, it should be Wake, and then Soda should be trash tank. You know,
Sony wants to tank?
well, I don't think he wants to, but he should. I mean, he's like the best warrior. He's fucking insane.
Aggro.
Yeah, but I mean, you can. Sony is obviously like in my opinion, I think that's Sony's
Insane. He's so good.
But I think he would want to. I don't know. Maybe he would want a DPS. I don't know. I don't. I just don't. I don't know if Sony wants to tank.
No, Sony said he'll do whatever the guild wants him to do.
I only signed up for tank because I know the fights decently well compared to the people who were initially signed up especially. I do not care what I do. I like tanking. I don't care if it's all. I also like DPSing. I got no preference.
Yeah, so
I just know I know the game.
Did something bad happen? I remember Nick saying, well, are you good at tanking? Or something what happened? I remember at some point in time during like Wrath of Lich King, shit happened where like you're like good at tanking, right? Like,
I think I'm perfectly. I don't think I'm great at anything. I think I'm just fine at learning it. I think I'm willing to. I don't think I know everything. I'm happy to get better. You know.
yeah, I get that.
I think that's what's important.
I mean, maybe Shroud can tank. The Shroud's level warrior, right? Why would we just let him tank?
Who fucking cares? Just put competent people in positions that matter.
What are you gonna do? Well, aren't you gonna stream tomorrow? What are you gonna play? I think you should go priest. Cause I think you liked it, / you're also good at it. And if you don't go priest, that means you're gonna have to literally re-level the actual way, and you're gonna wanna die. Because you're gonna have to learn all the abilities again. So I think you should go priest.
Why do you guys do this boosting bullshit? Why do you kill your sunshine with that dirtiness that is that boosting that you do? Do you think that's real WoW, or that it's gonna make you strong enough to not die? Like I'll be the first one to fess up to 6 fucking AFK deaths and a double cat this week, but 6 of the deaths were AFK. Like the other one was 2 cats that I just didn't see, and like I gotta watch that. I'm getting better, and you know, and I'm just, you know, and I don't see how that boosting shit is really a solution to this at all. She needs time playing the class. She needs somebody who doesn't have the attention span of a mosquito. And, like, I don't know. I just, you know, I don't know. She needs a real man. I'm just kidding.
Level the actual fun rate, bro. Dude, if she does, do you want to be level the actual way to 40? It's so miserable. It's so long. Like, when you do it once and then you die and you do it again and you die again, it's like, I work when I just want to give up.
You can't give up now. You're going to piss off so many people. That's not how hardcore is. Go to bed, wake up, and you're going to feel fine. Get caffeinated, do a line, have a good sexual, you know, fucking congress or something, and get back to it. This is not how fucking life works. You can't just quit every time. You know that. I know that. I'm going to 60. I don't care how long it takes me, and if I die AFK, it'll be my fault, you know? Whatever. When I have Vanish, I'll even do dungeons, because who cares? Like, frankly, but only certain ones. With Vanish, it doesn't matter what happens. Short of me, like, getting killed by a pack. I think I could screw up a pole or something, but even then. Yeah, try again, you're good. You know, you're gold. You'll be fine. I have a turn-in town, and I have a turn-in at... Wow, this guy... Why did that come up? Let's look at WoW hardcore stuff. Oh no. Oh no, please move. What are you doing? Move, move, move. Why did you aggro it?
I didn't really want to expect that, like, you know, this could have possibly fucking happened, but
Nope, I couldn't have ever dreamed
we
either.
had 2 deaths last night.
I want that dead spot off my screen. It's gonna get me killed.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I can't do any further than this. I can
You made
zoom
a
in.
video about this shit?
No, see there, I got the dead spot again. When I'm like that.
Why am I in the thumbnail? Like, wait.
There is. There's like a dead
Wait,
spot.
he
There's like
deleted the VOD.
No, there's no dead
Bro,
spot there.
are you
but-
kidding me? You delete the VOD? S-Fan reviewed it? Okay, where's S-Fan? It's okay, guys. We're gonna get to the bottom of this right now. S-Fan's casual 19-hour stream. I'm sure it'll be in here somewhere. Okay, here it is.
Bro,
I gotta see this.
how? Like, joking aside, like,
How? Yeah, really.
Dude, I don't even have the energy to make fun of it right now. This just
I have
actually
3,000
sucks.
subs, I do.
That I'm.
I legitimately have 3,000 subs.
I mean, at this point, it's just like, I mean, come on.
I can level up stream.
I'm watching the VOD.
I actually,
Like,
so,
Okay, I want to see the
After all the
Okay, here we go.
farming to get back,
all the resources used from Fangsley, they had like 30 people helping them. Like, all that shit's just fucking wasted.
Wasted.
So there was this time, remember whenever Mizkif said he wanted to keep the Lionheart helm in his bags as motivation for being level 60?
Yep.
So somebody gave Mizkif at level 4 a Lionheart helm. Why did this happen? No one knows. But it happened. And anyway, where is the Lionheart helm now? Where is it?
It's gone. It's in the digital fucking land of ghosts and spirits. It's gone. It's in the digital
so
gone. It's
shitty.
Erased
I'm
data.
not even
It's
trying to be a dick.
doesn't
but,
exist anymore.
Also, how the fuck do you die as a warrior in Hero?
Come
I
on.
get it. Oh, is it
Are you
funny?
fucking serious? You go to an elite cave and you fuck up and aggro? That's how.
Find a way out of here.
Why
Okay.
can't I?
The VOD isn't updated again.
Yeah, it's annoying.
He's not that good of a warrior. My issue with warrior is I can't leave the priest's personal space because that's where the mobs will be if she heals. And I see them run 10 yards ahead. She had this moment where she was like, wait, where are you? Wait, where are you? Wait, where are you? That's the sign of a bad warrior. If you break LOS, if you think that they're with you, but they're not. And you can't stand on her or the mobs will bomb her, but you can definitely stay really close.
Dude, I actually feel nauseous, dude.
And you communicate and you say, follow me, just follow me. I want you to target me and keep me on your screen. That's all. And then just run.
I'm pissed off.
He's gifted.
I've saved so many
So,
people before.
Cody,
It's
I was
it's the
laying in bed
it's the
get-
panic and the laziness that kills you. If you're disciplined about it and you're like, follow me, we're gonna get through this. It's okay. Come with me. And okay, you're losing me, so come, and you start talking and stuff. That kid didn't say shit. He was dead silent the entire fucking time. Dead silent, just totally dead. Like, dead silent, totally gone. Oh, I have the music turned off, right? I was like, this one's so annoying for some reason.
Getting ready to go to sleep, and Cody texted me at 1:52 in the morning. Miz and
Wait,
Amy
it feels
just
like it was a
died
tool
again.
tip or
I
something.
reply back LMAO, and I had like 10 O's. And then I pulled up the stream and I watched it. Yeah, Emmy's dead too. They're both dead.
1,000 subs.
Bro.
3,000 subs.
That's real.
They should not have gone to
Yeah.
ZF. I don't know what they were thinking. Why did you go to ZF? The ZF is so dangerous. All the time I watch people scrub out of ZF. ZF is like the place where you separate the scrubs from the chaff from the wheat from the chaff. ZF is not this place that you go for loot. It's this place that you do because you're desperate for XP and you feel like if you die you can run back. ZF is not a place I would go to in hardcore at all. There's all this aggro through walls and terrible spots, and the bosses are annoying, and the last boss petrifies, as I recall. He was a Hydra or something, I forget. It just really not a fun instance unless you can run back. I would never voluntarily step foot as ZF on hardcore. Maybe I'm a pussy. If I had a seasoned crew that I really trusted, that I felt like it was like 2 PM and they were rested, I would take them to ZF. But the entire point of these dungeons were for hapless deaths to happen, and pat aggro and stuff like that. Just pat aggro and hapless death. That's all those dungeons are. And so, like, yeah, you got to really just stay out of them. I don't know why you guys are in ZF.
I want to see it. Here we go.
Oh, true. F these guys. And
Go to the VOD. Go to the VOD review. VOD review. Let's go. Let's see it.
I don't like how you're spectating. You don't strike me as a spectator. I feel like you should throw your hat in the fucking ring, and I'm losing a little bit of respect for you. I feel like you're watching your friends die, and if you were in the party with them, Asmongold, would they have died? If you were in the party with them, would they have died? I don't think so.
Ashar Felan. Ishnu Daldiel. Farewell.
You're the real tank. That guy's not a tank. He's, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
See right here?
So I'll reserve my judgment. I don't know him. I don't know what his history is, but I look the way he moves, and he's a good player, but he is not a tank.
See right here? See right here? See right here?
I don't have a lot of mana.
Okay, just run this. Yeah.
how far in advance does this start?
So wait, was this like a train wreck that happened in slow motion? Because I didn't get to watch this live.
Yep.
I am listening.
Okay, so she kills that one.
It's cold. I gotta
So
turn on the
Emmy should have been over here. She should have been behind this rock. Like, let's be honest, it would have been better if she was behind the rock. Okay, Miz going over there, dual wield arms.
Not chat, we're good.
Okay.
Level 60.
He says no
That's
chat,
crazy.
we're good. Good. So Miz decides, yeah, accurate. Miz decides to pull whenever Emmy only has 1,000 out of 3,000 mana.
Yep. That's the scrub. He's tired.
Never go into a cave in hardcore. You can
Okay.
go in a cave in hardcore.
Okay, so he's not gonna move. He's gonna pull another one. Okay, that's smart. There, now you got 2 mobs.
What brings you here?
Sweeping strikes. Okay, good. Big damage. Why aren't you in berserk stance?
DX killed 2 60s in 2 days.
Why is he turning around?
I'm silenced, by the way.
Oh no! Oh no! Look, there's 2 of them. Emmy's just standing there.
Yeah, I got you. Need to walk back. So I get silenced.
Ooh, a resist on the. Oh, that was so unlucky, bro. Actually, Miz got fucked. Miz actually got dicked on.
Yeah, this is RNG. Yep.
Watch.
You shouldn't be in this situation. You should never be in this situation ever where you need that to not be resisted. You shouldn't have ever been that weak. Now, I bought a lot of cloth, I thought. What happened to all that? What happened to all that cloth I bought? Did I put it in the bank? I must have. I don't know. Oh well. Let's go to Bashal Iran. That'll be a good source of cloth, hopefully.
Oh, I need heals.
Yeah, I got you.
So he goes to use a dynamite, and the mob that he's trying to kill that runs away resists it.
Need to walk back.
You shouldn't have needed it.
Ooh, and it probably would have killed
We're
him.
gonna have to run.
At least Emmy's trying, bro. She's trying to use the wand. That's smart.
Emmy's a good
There
player.
you go.
Run.
Now she should have been line of sight like down here, right? I mean, obviously, you know.
She's
there's always
not. She's
something
not
to be done
you.
there, but she did
She's not
try.
you. I'm
And
proud
she's
of
trying to
her.
Walk away.
Yep. This is a
Now,
terrible
is he back?
situation that he took her into that I never would have taken her there. There's no way. All those fucking elite Nagas, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
I'm pedaling into more mobs.
damn it.
Okay, he kills that one. That's good. He kills another one. Great. Okay. We'll just kill the other 2.
No. Why are they running? Why are they
No!
running?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Turn around and kill the mobs.
Wait, why are they running?
I don't
No,
know.
we're right. No, Emmy.
A lot of mana. I don't have a
No,
lot
it's
of
a
mana.
check. Another one. No.
They're fine.
No, I know they're
Right.
fine. No, dude, now you get him. Go to the other side because there's another.
Where
No,
are you?
but
Where are you?
where are you? Oh no, bro, come on, bro, you're fine. Just run, bro.
Wait, where
Just
are you?
run. Wait, he's letting her die. That's the healer. You're letting me die.
Don't let Emmy die.
I'm in the front.
You're a warrior, you idiot. You LOS your healer. You're bad.
Uh-oh. See, now she's getting pissed. See, there's 5 mobs total. Okay,
Where are you?
I'm in the front.
and she's pissed, dude.
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm just run.
Why aren't you in this competition?
That's so funny.
Where are you? Where are you?
In the front.
See, all he had to do was line his sight right behind this and get all the mobs together, and then just kill them.
The sound weak aura is so dumb and not funny, but the steps
It is.
are actually hilarious.
Wait, where are you?
Uh-oh, here we go. Uh-oh.
Bro, what?
Bro, what? Yeah, true. Smart. That's always the right decision. Yes. There you go. That's what to do right there. Yep. Naturally. Okay, good line of sight. Ooh, she's
I don't know why they-
Ouch. Emmy needs to heal herself again. Emmy needs to heal herself. She needs to heal. Bro, there's so many of them. Turning the nameplates off.
Dude.
Oh, that was a decent grenade by Miz.
Yeah,
Miz did a good grenade.
I can't.
Oh,
I can't.
Bro, she went right around that. That was good.
Wait, where are you?
Miz,
Oh,
boy.
Just run.
Aggro.
Just run.
Run, Emmy. You can make it. You're gonna make it. It's okay. You're dead. You're dead. It's over. It's done. That's it.
Jesus Christ, man.
Dude, I also had like a bug or something. All my add-ons turned off. I couldn't even use my
I
light
could tell.
balloon.
I could tell. I could tell.
Aggro.
Unless that bug happened at the very end, I actually don't think that would have saved her. Now, obviously,
Fuck no, it's 5 elite
that
Nagas
clearly made it
and
harder for her to
a
work,
priest.
But I
Come
don't
on.
think it would have saved her.
He didn't tank for her at all. He let her tank most of that fight. He's a bad. He's not a bad, he's just not a tank. He's not a tank. I am a tank. Wanna know how I'm a tank? When I tank, my view is behind me. And whenever I'm running forward, I'm watching what they're doing behind me. And then when I reach the pack, I just charge to it or whatever. But I'm constantly watching behind me because if they're not there, I'm not pulling. And honestly, that's why I don't like tank, is I constantly am running like this, trying to see if they're there, you know?
Aggro.
I can
Chat,
tell.
I'll be.
Oh, bro, wait, did he just say that?
Add-ons turned off. I couldn't even use my
I
light
could tell.
balloon.
I could tell. I could tell something. Chat, that was. Chat, I'll be real with you. Something happened with Emmy where I could tell that she was not able to do her abilities, and we just kind of got fucked.
Well, I was out of mana anyway.
Real.
Just turned. I
Bubbly,
can't.
bubbly.
Yeah, at the end she was.
Yep, and they always do this. The Warriors always pull, like, the mana bar isn't their help bar. That's how you know they're historically bad. They're bad. They get carry because of their charisma, their personality, or the fact that they're willing to be a warrior in that group or whatever. But in the end, your help bar is the priest mana bar. It's a simple equation.
I could tell something. Chat, that was. Chat,
She's
I'll
not
be
that
real with
strong.
you. Something happened with Emmy where I could tell that she was not able to do her abilities, and we just kind of got fucked.
Well, I was out of mana anyway.
You pull when she was Zoom.
It's alright.
It's your fault. It's your
No
fault.
big deal. You guys, it's no big deal. All I have to do is invest 3 days of my life into leveling, killing mobs nonstop, while like 10 other people help me, and like the most boring content possible. You know, for 3 days, and then I have to beg for gold again and buy my mount again and run around and yeah, it's no big deal, guys.
We could have heard. It's fine. We could have heard. It's a 24-hour stream. We can't. I owe 3,000 subs. I do.
He didn't give out the
I
3,000
legitimately owe
subs.
3,000 subs.
He had to give out too many subs that his bank account actually shut down his like that the bank shut down his account because they thought he was getting hacked, because they thought there's no way somebody could be like this dumb, right? Nobody's gonna spend like this much money on Twitch like this fast. Like, who the fuck does this, right?
I can level off stream, and I will.
Dude, I feel like I'm gonna puke, dude.
It's alright.
This was slow.
Dude, I actually feel like I'm gonna
This
puke,
was
dude. I feel so
slow,
bad for
bro.
them. But I don't know why they ran.
Why do you take those
So
risks? I mean, that really wasn't that much of a risk, man. That was doing a quest.
That was
okay.
slow, bro.
I can tell you why she ran. She ran because if she didn't run, she would die. Happens to me all the time. If you don't run, you'll die, and then whose fault is it then, right? So she ran, which is what she should have done, because he pulled when she was Zoom. And so she did what she had to do to survive, which is what the priest always does. Ooh, I got a shield. Nice. Ooh, that might sell. Yeah, I think it probably will sell 6 silver. Not bad.
In the middle of it.
Dude,
man.
I feel bad for them. It's so bad.
It really got caught up in the middle of it.
Damn.
It's not a big deal, chat. We're fine. It really isn't a big deal.
Emmy just has to re-level a whole new character now. Yep, she just gotta. All she has to do is just, you know, re-level.
I think she chains herself to these guys because they're her superiors in terms of money and clout and success and stuff. But I think she's the real star, and I think they're holding her down. I don't think she would have died herself if she was solo. I don't think she's that kind of scrub.
That's a cold shower situation, isn't it? To lose a character level, what she died to? A boar. Or a bear. Okay. He's really gotta. He's gotta stop doing things wrong, and he's gotta start doing things right. Like, this needs to stop.
Yeah.
Like, I go and I look at this shit.
Yeah.
Midnight Mace? What the fuck is this? Precisely calibrated boomstick? Look at these items. These items suck.
Yeah.
This is a bunch of fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Look at this. And look at the talent. Look at the talents here. Actually,
Oh no! Look at that face. He's a bad. He's a bad.
What?
He's a bad. He's a bad. Look, he is a bad.
But you have axe specialization that gives you more crits. Why wouldn't you go for more crit damage? Well, I guess you're not even using the axes to begin with. Bro, the death is totally fucking deserved.
This is why you should be in there.
You got like
The axes are why you should be in there. This is that moment when we're older. We're like 34. I don't know how old he's supposed. Yes, fishing skill. I don't know how old he's supposed to be, but he's like 34 to 40 somewhere around there, and it's his time to shine and lead this. But because he's like the best one there. It's because of the knowledge, not because of how good he is as a player. It's the knowledge. He has the knowledge. You do something enough.
I mean, he still had to stay up 24 hours.
He did. That's not
Oh
good for
God,
you.
Asmund, bro, please, for the love of God.
I was in chat. This is whenever I heard about that. I went in chat.
Aggro.
Where people waiting for this? Dude, 43 is actually my curse. I can't get away.
Wait, did he die at 43 last time?
He did. Yep.
Okay, that is funny.
We did. It is what it is. It's
That's actually funny. Oh.
At least somebody gifted subs, guys. It's okay.
STV. This isn't STV. This is Fairless, Isle of Dread, in the Naga Cave, where they're all a bunch of elite Nagas. They're elites, right?
They man.
This is a comment that I read from Mrs. Chat last night. I'm crying. I got snot everywhere. Fuck, man. Man, why did you die? I love you, Ms. I'm so sorry. Fuck, I'm crying right now. My mom heard me.
Aggro.
This has been brutal for a lot of people. It's been a lot for people to handle and take on.
And a level 8 just died. Who the fuck is Camus?
No, they're not elites. Are they elites? I can't tell. I don't remember if they're elites or not. No, they're elites.
He's afraid. I suspect something's gone on. I wonder if some angry boomer made an attempt on his life or something like that, because he appears scared. He appears scared of inevitability, and he's trying to play it off like he's scared of the game because he wants us to believe that. But I suspect he's actually really scared of people making attempts on killing his character and embarrassing him.
Health doesn't seem like they're
And a
elites.
level
17,
No, they're
1400.
not elites.
Wait, where?
Why do they run, man? Like,
The running away was a huge mistake. They should have not run away. If they didn't run away, they would have been totally fine.
not shower.
But you see, this is the mistake
Level
that happened
60.
right here.
That's crazy.
You see this? I love how it says Leroy, because it's so true. 'Cause I don't know why he wanted to aggro 2 mobs.
Stupid sound effects.
Yeah, he goes to another one. He
Dude,
gets sweeping
all the
strikes.
sound effects are stupid, but except for the shoes keep making me laugh.
CX took 260s in 2 days.
I'm silenced, by the way.
And see, this is what happened, right? Emmy's over there, like where my camera is, and she aggroed another mob.
So she got silenced
Oh, I need heals.
from the siren.
I need to walk back.
That resist, man, that resist was what really fucked them. If that resist didn't happen, I think they would have lived. I actually think the resist was the reason why they died. Straight up. Because it's like the resist, it was like a house of cards.
I mean, even have to run.
The Emmy's add-on, like what? You guys keep saying Emmy's add-on's bugged. How?
Nobody knows because nobody saw it playing. She wasn't streaming, so who knows?
Dude, I mean, you can just spin. Like he should
See, right there, all they needed to do was turn around,
And
she
kill the
needed to heal
mobs.
herself, and just kill those 2 casters.
Aggro.
Because those casters would die so fast. Miz has sweeping strikes up again. Like, he's ready to big get the casters.
He just sits right here.
Miz probably
Ella around the corner. Casters come around the corner, and you just cleave them.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like
that man's right.
40% mana. They're fine. They're super.
totally-
So notice that he's stone-faced and silent the entire time, and that's how you know they're bad. If they're dead quiet while they die, then you know they're bad.
He's super fine.
There, so run.
They both panicked.
Yeah, positive.
Okay.
And she asks, "Are you sure?" And he says positive.
Aggro.
There.
I don't have.
And she's starting to panic because now she sees the mobs in front of her. Oh yeah.
He's in 2 days.
You know what I think Miz thought
Even
happened?
have to run.
No.
Yeah.
This guy goes. This guy runs,
Oh, I need heals. Run.
and he calls for them to run,
You sure?
thinking that this guy went and he pulled a bunch more.
Well, he did. That's where the sorceress is coming from.
That he socialed a bunch more.
Yeah, positive.
Actually, there's 2 sorceresses that he aggroed. It's actually true.
He's too quiet.
That's what he thought.
Right here.
Yeah.
Exactly what he
I don't
thought,
have
dude.
one, man.
There's one social.
Because
yeah,
look
you're
at-
right.
look at
No,
this.
You're right.
Look at this.
Because the other one was aggroed.
He goes. This guy's runs. He resists, so grenade doesn't stick.
So whose fault was it?
It was his for calling the
Like,
run.
This was not a situation.
It was
where
his for pulling when she was zoom. It was his. It was.
This is a situation where.
Oh man.
Your skill has increased. Connecting. drive active. Aggro. Aggro.
About to get another level. This is the way I'm gonna get it this time. Just main WoW and get it out of my system. I can always return to something like Mortal later, but I don't think I'm gonna. I heard a lot of nasty things about that. I saw this interview already. Let's go listen to this one I listened to last night about how bad Mortal actually is, and like I've been kind of blind to it, but Mortal is kind of a bad ripoff.
Part 0, Introduction.
Thank you, Dylan Smith, for the excellent content for my stream. I'd like to sub to your channel. This video is called Why Mortal Online 1 and Mortal Online 2 Failed. And I remember now why. It's a copy of 1 that they just moved forward, and they never did fix anything that was wrong with 1. They never did fix a single thing. And I forgot that. It's easy to forget it, but they never did fix any of the problems. The same issues that were in Mortal 1 in 2007 are the same exact issues that are in Mortal Online 2. My real issue with the game is the run speed, even on the horse.
Inner perspective of a former player's experience.
And they were saying that hacking is rampant. It's the most hacking rampant game there is, actually, is what I heard.
This is both personal and secondhand. This is by and large an opinion, but many things listed and talked about within the video are factual events which occurred throughout the lifespan of this game's existence. The community that had formed from such a game also tends to aid in the censorship of anything negative towards Mortal Online 1, Mortal Online 2, or Star Vault. And I expect it to be in waves of people attempting to defend such horrible practices. I do not care what people will do, whether it's leave comments, or attempting to justify terrible decisions, or whatever it may be. But I am simply tired of having this game shown in some light that is apparently good, and that it has some sort of promise, when it is one of the worst game experiences that I've ever personally had, as well as many other players. Part 1. Promising Beginnings. Mortal Online was a game published and developed by Swedish company Star Vault, released on June 9th, 2010. The concept of Mortal Online was something many players had wanted in their game. Something that truly captured ideals that players of the hardcore, full-loot sandbox genre wanted in a 3D gaming experience. After all, this was all on paper, that is. It was an execution, however, that we see these ideas laid out, horribly executed and presented. I would say one of the worst, long-running games in existence to my knowledge. Throughout the 10+ years of runtime, Star Vault has run into many issues in regards to their product. From an inability to follow through on promises, no transparency in design or reason for actions taken, horrendous game-breaking bugs, volunteer game master positions which led to immense abuse, a reward system for said volunteer game masters which offered them in-game items for their service, which created a terrible, unfair system for regular players. Server instability, terrible network optimization, extremely
I remember that part. I remember the connections being one of my major issues with it. Like back in the day, what made Mortal 1 so bad is you would swing at a skeleton and it would like telegraph for 4 seconds. And this is why I quit the game originally. I had forgotten about that. The rubber banding was real for a while. It was really bad.
Brown nosing, etc. Multiple data breaches that expunged personal info, both players and staff.
Wow.
Excessive cheating and exploiting that flew under the radar. A cult-like following for a community that was encouraged and accepted. and so very much more that I might touch on. I was in a very love-hate relationship.
Cool, I pulled a
Online
sword.
and had many concerns with the game throughout its lifespan, but eventually felt that pleading with Star Vault and the deaf-eared community which supports them was a pointless endeavor. It was clear they did not care about quality.
Aggro.
They did not care about longevity. The only thing that mattered to them was doing what they thought was right, even claiming to back it up by mountains of supposed data. Data which we, the players, never saw even when requested. Mortal Online was one of my favorite games, yet somehow has left me and many others extremely bitter and with wishful thinking
Aggro.
that maybe one day Starbolt would sell their IP to another group. Which might truly
Yeah,
fulfill
I want the
my
IP to be
as
taken by somebody with a clue. It's one of the better games ever made. It was mishandled.
Part 2.
The run speed is a joke. Fucking joke.
Mortal Online released nearly a decade ago and is still running to this day, as far as I know.
Yeah, Mortal 1's still online and still free.
Rationalizing it down as a staunch devotion to their idea, and how they have stood over many other games for this reason alone. Though on the surface this seems justifiable, the truth of the matter is, Mortal Online died a very, very long time ago, and what was
And they've
left
just been
behind
cashing
was the
it.
skeletal
Yeah,
remains of a game
cashing it
running
out.
that I deem life support.
Yep.
Without
Aggro.
giving a verbose and overbearing amount of information about the lifespan of Mortal Online, allow me to run you through the many of the big things that happened to Mortal Online, positive and negative. In October of 2010, about 4 months after the official release of Mortal Online, the game engine had been entirely rebuilt, which was to bring about a slew of things to improve gameplay, from graphics to performance to advanced features not previously possible on the game engine. In June of 2011, the game's first expansion, Dawn, was released. This expansion brought about graphical and performance improvements, which are subjective in the eyes of the players, introducing mechanics like needing to eat, drink, and sleep, a reserve system, a gene system for mounts, changes to many mechanics, and much more. Though as a veteran of Mortal Online, and perhaps a player who played through this, you must also know Dawn also came with many technical issues, such as immense server downtime, many features that were released being disabled, new systems also being received poorly, such as cooking, which players found raw food being better than
Aggro.
prepared food, as well as the lack of balance in this patch. In September of 2011, Starvault created the Focus Group, which was a more or less a group of players that were supposed to function as a live Q&A section of the team. However, in many players' eyes, this was seen as a wrong move, as players now had direct influence on the game's progress. So from as early on as September of 2011, we know Starvault has taken direct influence from players. This, in my eyes at least, was the beginning of the end. In late August of 2012, the game's second expansion, Awakening, was released, which promised many new features. But lo and behold, this also brought about severe issues to the game, in which Starvault even forewarned there would be many issues with said launch. This patch alone, in many players' eyes and minds, is what was publicly known as the worst patch to date, creating an extremely high amount of bugs that persisted in the game till this day, affected game mechanics like no other, stability, and performance. Later that year, in November of 2012, Starvault moved from their buy-to-play / subscriber payment option to a free-to-play / subscriber payment option. This neutered all of the skills, leaving them at the highest possible cap of 60, while players
Nice,
who
I
were paying
dinged.
were able to reach the maximum of 100, effectively changing the game into a sort of pseudo pay-to-win model, as many things were not able to be done effectively free-to-play, and pay-to-play players always had an inherent advantage in every aspect of the game. In mid-May of 2015, Starvault released their third expansion, which unveiled the new continent of Sarduka, dubbed a PvE player's paradise given the low amount of mobility for foot-based players.
Aggro.
Most of the new content geared towards PvE players. Introducing new items and armor, as well as a heat system. This expansion also included the full release to Steam, which saw a peak of over 1.1k players on the Steam charts. This was short-lived, as about 4 months into the expansion, this peak number dropped from 1,172 players to 335 players. That was over 837 peak players lost, or 71% of the initial peak. The average number of players during this release
Aggro.
was 768, and in the same time frame of 4 months, this was now 220. That's 547 players lost, or 71% of the initial average players. That's a large number even for the expected drop-off of a new game arriving on Steam. Nearly 70% of players that tried it left. Even with such a small population initially, it did not matter, as the servers ran into immense stability issues and had trouble staying up during such a time. Players also experienced extremely bad server latency issues. After this expansion,
Nice.
there were no more major
Hey, I got a
expansions.
chest upgrade out of that chest. That's awesome.
Pieces of content, such as a new housing system, new magic systems, new materials,
Strange
etc.
dust, not bad.
However, even with these new additions, they presented many new unbalanced, half-baked ideas that brought up
Aggro.
bugs which have persisted in the game, left unfixed. Now these events are mostly a summarized view of what was only pushed out by StarVault alone. And even this is condemning enough to show that StarVault was not confident enough throughout the history of developing and publishing Mortal Online 1. However, there are even more events to touch on to fully understand the scope of incompetency this company holds. Part 3. Data breaches, hacking, and exploits. Anyone who has ever played Mortal Online 1 for an extended amount of time are well aware of the insane amount of game-breaking issues present in the game caused by players or other entities purposefully exposing and utilizing weaknesses in StarVault's inability to protect themselves, both inside their game and outside of it. There are far too many cases of this, so instead we'll touch on some of the more well-known ones, as well as examples of things that happen commonly, or that the average player could hear and say, yeah, that did happen. First and foremost, there were many breaches of private information and data. There are 3 notorious events of such happening, one being less widespread, whilst the other 2 were more widespread and damaging to the company's integrity. On the 19th of February, 2012, LGM Discord had accidentally expunged its own account information into public IRC channels, which players then used to maliciously attack
Aggro.
in-game assets, also known as keeps, by going around and purposefully blowing them up. This also allowed players to access to players' account data through the web portal, also known as the account page, and allowed the players to have immense access to private information not meant to be seen by others, including addresses, names, payment information, the ability to ban and upgrade account statuses. StarVault were entirely at fault for having such an incompetent staff on their team. Until this day, he still remains on there. In April of 2015, a renowned hacker in the community by the name of Instakilla had taken it upon himself to attack StarVault by accessing their databases and
Aggro.
purposely causing server instability, changing in-game information to present racist, slandering information on StarVault to the players themselves. The effects of this attack left players having their accounts stolen, wiped clean of characters and items, players unbanned, etc. This lasted over the course of a month, with not much of a resolution, and there was also no compensation for what had happened. Then the most notorious occurrence of all took place on June 17th, 2018. where
This was
Instakilla
recent,
once again
wow.
accessed StarVault's database and stole user information of over 569,703 players.
Oh my
This
god, my
information
shit
was
was
then
in
hosted
there.
on many public forums and websites that were circles of
Fucking
malicious people
Starval, come on,
being
but
sold
Sony did this
or
too.
used. Even though it was revealed credit card information was not affected, this data breach was an effective dox on all of the players' information, including the staff of Starvault. What Starvault did not realize in their incompetence was that regular players were able to go and access this data via the hacker's website to look at the database online with certain information. This information could then be unencrypted via simply Googling on how to do so. This led to prominent members of the Mortal Online 1 community having their accounts compromised, along with regular, everyday players. This resulted in accounts having their items stolen, characters deleted, assets attacked or deleted, etc. Some of the damage done by these players was irreversible due to the lack of response on Starvault's part, causing permanent account loss and resulting in dedicated player loss unlike no other.
Aggro.
Mortal Online has also been plagued viciously with players who have cheated using third-party programs that either attack the game client or to alter values in real time, or using injectors which were much harder to detect, that allowed players to access in-game GM consoles that allowed them to fly, instantly kill players with a button, unlock any container, no clip through things, and much more.
I want run speed. I would frankly, like, I would never hack anybody, but
In-game items,
if I were to hack Mortal, it would be that run speed. Only idiots would ever put that kind of run speed in their fucking game. I still find it offensive when I think about it. I'm like, oh yeah, that run speed, man. Even 11 isn't as bad as that. Nobody is. They're like, oh, skill up and it's better. No, it's hours and hours of walking through a dead land. If I wanted to do that, I would make my own game and just not populate it with monsters like you did.
game ticket system to retrieve items or pets that had died no longer existed due to player error or simply lying to get free items.
Yep.
Yes, you could easily lie to game masters and receive free items by simply tricking in-game systems that when viewed by a game master, quote-unquote, appeared to be lost or some loss had occurred. There were also many baked-in exploits as a result of careless, watered-down patches being shoved into the game without much Q&A and or testing, resulting in things like players being able to never be dismounted under certain circumstances, players unable to block damage, players being able to quote-unquote hide their swings in which other players would not see an enemy player utilizing their weapon when they're in.
All I would do, I would hack that game just to speed the run speed up by about like 30%. So no, more like 60%. And then I would play the game and I would be happy. I wish I could get...
Instantly logging out.
I wonder if there's such a thing as a Mortal 2 private server. That's a really crazy topic because, man, if anybody can improve the run speed, the client itself is gold. The only real problem is the run speed. It's ridiculous. And somebody needs to go crazy and spawn a whole lot more mobs all over that world. And it would be the best MMO ever made. It would outdo this. They're so dumb. They had such a good fucking client, and then they needed it to be this thing that it wasn't, and they needed it to be all slow and stupid and extraction because they were obsessed with it. And really, had they just sped it up a little bit for the masses, people would have really loved that game. They would have stayed there. Also, no monsters. You should have just filled the world with monsters that all drop stuff that you can use to sell, to buy, whatever it is you want to do, weapons or whatever. It's, you know, and like Albion. Albion had monsters in every biome. Why can't you? Every other survival game did too. Rust has more monsters than like straight up more monsters than fucking Mortal 2, which is sad. That game's not even like there's more animals in Rust than there is in Mortal 2. It's actually sad.
Aggro.
The game was broken unsecured, and always has been for as long as many people can remember. Part 4. Mortal Online 2 announcement. Announced on December 11th, 2019, Mortal Online 2 is meant to be the long-awaited sequel to Mortal Online 1. With a paraphrased statement from Henrik Nystrom, CEO of StarVault AB, being, quote, "We have learned over the past 10 years with working and developing Mortal Online 1, and we now know what we are doing moving forward with the development of Mortal Online 2. With such words, fans and even myself were excited. Even with all the bitterness I felt, it was of some relief that Mortal Online 2 was going to get the second chance that Mortal Online 1 did not have, especially considering that Mortal Online 2 would be built on Unreal Engine 4. The first few clips that unveiled game footage seemed janky and clunky at best, but it was better than nothing. But something didn't seem entirely right. The game appeared to be much more pleasing graphically. However, other mechanics such as the combat had clearly not been the focus and needed more work. Fast forward to February 9th, 2021. The game is in a state which had convinced me that StarVault was not going to make the right decisions and the community was not going to hold them accountable. One of the first noticeable differences that was shared with Mortal Online 1 is that StarVault began to forego any uniquenesses in their assets. Sure, some of the assets seen within Mortal Online 2 had been made by StarVault, but there was evidence found and proved by players to show that much of what you would see in-game was actually bought off of the Unreal Engine 4 store and then dropped into Mortal Online 2. There are many towns and locations that can be found in the Unreal Engine store and even spotted in other tutorial videos for Unreal Engine 4. Nothing is more embarrassing in my eyes than watching a guy make a game in a week while using a pre-bought asset from the store that's supposed to be one of the unique cities in Mortal Online 2. But on track with the cult-like following StarVault has inspired and rewarded, the vocal minority of the community defends this and says this is acceptable. Sure, at a point in time, I was alright with this. I accepted the idea as a placeholder, but the more that came to light, the more I began to realize that StarVault wasn't trying to start over, but rather try to copy as much as they could from MMO1 and pasting it into MMO2, whilst removing what was good and adding more of what the bad players initially didn't want. Players who are excited for a new experience in the crafting and gathering systems will be sorely disappointed to find out crafting is one-to-one. It reflects the same values from MMO1, so there is now no reason to experiment or try out new things.
Aww.
But in addition to this, things like armor...
I wonder if Mortal 1 might be the more superior game, just in the fact that its graphics aren't overly ambitious, and they look really crappy, and it might run better, and then also you can make as many alts as you want if you pay for them, I think, and then you can cover all the weaknesses that you have as a PvE solo player. But also I don't think it's as good as 2. I don't, and 2 you can't do that. You only have one account.
have been neutered.
I wonder sometimes how fun Mortal 2 would be if you had 2 accounts that you could play, not at the same time, but at least play like one after another, and you have one be an armorer, sword crafter who just sits there and mines all day, and then you send all the weapons and armor that you make to your main, but then what? And that's the problem. There's like the armor won't allow you to run the PvE any better. It's still the same clunky shitty shit. I have some issues with this game. I like this game so much, but the owners mismanaged it. It makes me wonder if maybe there's a private Mortal server, Mortal online private server. I would like a private or alternative PvE server for Mortal Online 2. I'm tired of being killed simply for trying to kill a bad guy and like 20 guys show up and kill me for just fun. That's boring. Yep, there are a lot of social aspects of the game. Having the right guild tag won't get you killed by some people. Yeah, the PvE is rudimentary at best, I would say. It's not even as good as New World or anything like that. Yeah, it's a PvE game with a clay grind afterthought. Yeah, as a clay grind. Yeah. There's this phrase that the right wing uses and when they're gamers and stuff called murder hobo that I don't really understand. It's like a weird Reddit dog whistle phrase. I don't like it. I don't like even thinking about what it means. There's about 200 of you losers who own 600 accounts, and that's the whole community, right? Yeah. See, the engine itself, I would like to do with like I'd like to somehow get the code of the engine, but I don't know how you would build a database for this game and make a copy of that engine. But I could save that game. I could easily save it if I could populate the world with enough mobs that kept it interesting and add a couple of systems to it. I don't know what it would be. I guess it would be upgrade the amount paid by vendors and stuff, and then improve the run speed and the building so that you can build your own houses and stuff. This game was mismanaged and it's so tragic. It scares me when I think of it.
The 10-piece armor system and reducing it to 5 pieces. Players now lose out on the ability to fine-tune their armor weights and aesthetics. The same can be said about the weapon crafting. Even more weapons are now underbalanced or unusable,
Yeah.
leaving the option between a sword or a spear for something PvP viable.
Yeah.
Players will claim up and down that other options will work, but why sacrifice gameplay experience to use a weapon that you know will cause you more issues than, say, a sword or a spear?
The battle, while it's addictive, the pacing of the battle is super good for boomers. But it's also, the only reason it's like that is because the game sucks. The only reason the battle is so slow is because they can't invest any money to make it better. It's the same old clunky battle it's always been. And it's addictive, but it's also bad. They got lucky with how addictive that combat system is, and it's only because Unreal is good. Unreal's a good engine. You can do a lot with it. Like Mortal, I wish I could get my hands on like a free copy of Mortal and do my own magic to it. And I would populate the world with all their crappy mobs, and I would make like a system where it paid out a lot more material. I would upgrade the run speed by 200%, both for the horse and the feet, and I would make it feel like another MMO. And trust me, that game has a lot of potential, but not how it is right now. There's stupid survival bullshit that they bogged it down with. Definitely made it not a viable
Production of many mechanics that the community has found themselves in heated debate.
Yeah.
Typically between veteran players of Mortal Online 1 and the more casual players of Mortal Online 1 that include new players and PvE players. Topics such as combat being slower, weapon balance, character balance, mechanics pertaining to PvP, the crafting systems, the flagging system, and the reputation system. I personally believe the worst part of Mortal Online 2 is the attempt to appear transparent with roadmaps and talking about things publicly in the Mortal Online Discord, but ignoring many questions which do not interest Starvault in answering them. The biggest usually being PvP related, which they try to tailor in an agenda to being changed over the course of 10 years with their first game, but truly it seems Starvault is on the same path, which I can't personally tolerate or stand by either.
See you soon. Keep your feet on the ground.
Part 5. The Staff of Starvault AV. There are going to be a few key people we're going to discuss and talk about. Mostly those with negative associations or staff members which reflected poorly onto the community through representation of Starvault or themselves. For starters, even though Starvault claims these individuals are no longer present in the game, in forums, the Discord, the quote volunteer staff end quote of the game in every faucet have always caused an immense amount of issues for the games created by Starvault. There's no way to individually name and shame each person, but honestly it's easy enough to lump most, if not all, of the volunteer staff into the same place. Favoritism, corruption, abuse, you name it. Player game masters wreaked havoc on the game behind closed curtains by abusing the put-in-place point system, which rewarded volunteer staff for their efforts in way of in-game items and materials. And I should clarify, this is specifically related to Mortal Online 1. This system completely circumvented any kind of farming and effort, and further reducing the value of said items and materials. Player staff were also responsible for many incidents of other players being teleported to their death, not being helped, being spied on, etc. They eventually claimed to have done away with player game masters, but it is my very stern belief that a few of the player staff simply rebranded and renamed themselves and have remained a part of their team. As much as
Oh, am I
Discord
full? I think I
and
am.
forum mods don't have as much
No, I'm not full.
in-game power, they basically serve as the first step solution to culling any kind of naysaying about the game, community, or both. I've never seen such immense censorship in a game before that is meant to be a hardcore, dark, and full-blown nudity type of video game. Call out a player who is hacked, you're muted or you're banned. Call out a player who is a scammer, you get muted. Present